Shit, I forgot I was muted. How long was meant to... I'll just speedball it. I had this idea at work. I stream games. Why don't I actually talk about games? I've played enough games to where I'm kind of qualified to know what I'm talking about, right? And I do like video essays. I like Joe Bart, and I like streaming. Why don't I just try a new type of stream? Before we begin, I am playing Purgatory. I'm just trying out something new. I'm just trying out a lunge build I saw on TikTok. I'm just going to try and keep this ball going and see how far I can get this ball rolling. Keep this ball rolling about video game topics. So, let's see. I think that video games becoming $70, if not $80, is ruining the market for gaming. Hold on a second, I gotta think. I believe it is ruining the market for gaming and is putting is making it for developers and shit, is making it much more harder to reasonably price their games. A, and B, it does not incentivize new games. It incentivizes a bunch of copies and slop and remakes. Think of NBA 2K. 20 years ago, they were probably $40, right? An NBA 2K game, man, I'm pretty sure they've been going for a while. I don't know. Honestly, that's just a guess. But, Mario Sunshine. That game came out about 20 years ago. That was probably $40 fucking dollars. I get it. I bought Legends ZA for $80. Now, granted, I bought it with all the DLC. Wait, did I buy all the DLC included? I don't remember. I think I did. And I also pre-ordered it for Switch too. But just 2 years ago, games were only highest of 60. Right, for PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. Now it's just everything is 70, and that is so much worse. Also, there was nothing better than saving up as a kid. What my mom would do is I would save up for either, it would be I pay 40, she pays 20, or I pay 45, she pays 15, something like that. I would not want to save up $70 for a fucking game. It's making it harder for gamers to actually want to buy games. And it also is putting a damp on buying physical copies of shit being bought. What do I have? Do I have second win? I do. But because of this new trend, I'll do it. I see cheaper games, I'm oh, that's probably not as good. Making the bar $70 fucking dollars, it should be for games that really mean it. The average fucking Sonic Racing Cross Worlds should not be 60 or $70 odd dollars. It should not. Same thing with Star Fox, the new release of that. That fucking game, Evan told me, is maybe 2 hours long. That game is 2 hours long, and you can beat it in 10 minutes because there's a fake fucking ending, right? It should not be $60 or $70. That doesn't make sense, especially games should be priced based on their quality. And I know saying that means, well, why would, if that's the case, then everyone will just make their fucking games $70 for quality. But at the same time, like, a game like fucking NBA 2K or NFL, what is it, Madden, the football games, those shits being $70 are stupid. The same thing with them making a new game every year. There are more NFL Madden games than there are years my cousin Adeline has been alive. There are more NBA 2K and NFL games than there are than years I've been alive. And it's stupid. And something that bothers me is everybody gets so on Nintendo's back for shit, but will blatantly ignore when someone like Ubisoft or Activision releases a new game for fucking $60 each year. It's the same game as last year, right? We didn't even up the graphics. It's the same game you bought 7 months ago, right? Whoa. What's my next contract? Vampire. Maybe I'm saying this because I'm a Nintendo nerd. I've been playing Nintendo since I was a kid. I think Nintendo gets way too much fucking hate. Way too much fucking hate for this for stuff. Now, Nintendo can make some pretty weird ass moves, right? Like making. Sorry. Like some games for Switch that are released for Switch 2, some got updates to Switch 2 graphics, some you have to like Mario Wonder, I have to pay $20 for that fucking upgrade. Granted, it's DLC, but I feel that you should be able to upgrade the game without having to buy the DLC. I do think that, understand why. People are mad that Nintendo are Nintendo finally upping their game prices to $70. Yeah, it's what everyone else is doing. Why wouldn't they? They're making new games in a new generation of consoles where consoles games are that price. There shouldn't be any type of hatred for Nintendo for doing that if we ignore PlayStation and Xbox. And I feel like Xbox is the one that always starts these shitty trends. But no one gives flack on Xbox because Xbox is like the autistic son. It's like how no one gave shit to Jack for any stuff he did. Because his ass was autistic as fuck. Right? This build isn't as fun as I thought it would be. I believe that Xbox is bad, but I believe Sega is so greedy. Now, I can tell Sega loves their fans, right? Kind of. But there is a new Sonic game that released for the 35th anniversary. Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. Now, there's been rumors of that releasing for genuinely fucking months. That has been a rumored / leaked remark or / leaked game release since before I moved out of my dorm. And ever since I saw it, I'm like, no. That would just be a shitty thing to release. I mean, really? You're gonna advertise Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition as being the game with everything, with all the DLC included? Buddy, the DLC was free! It was an update! Yeah, it's coming with all released. I would fucking hope so. The game released almost 4 years ago. And like, also, that's the only way you can get a Switch to Definitive Edition for Sonic Frontier. That's the only way. Now, am I gonna buy that? Absolutely not. Are you serious? That is a waste of my fucking money. I have it for PlayStation, all the DLC included. And that whole line doesn't make any sense. Because, yeah, it's all included. Because it's not actively being updated anymore. They stopped releasing content for that game. Why would they? It's so stupid. I hated hearing it. I hated that shit actually was real. That made me so mad. Because that is, like, it's a waste of Sega game resources. It's a waste of Sega fan money. It's just, like, stupid. There's no reason for it. I believe that, now, I don't know how much stuff really released from the year of Sega, or year of Shadow. I wasn't as tapped in with Shadow as I was, or with Sega as I am now. But I feel they missed out, right? Really, the only thing you make is a DLC of a Sonic game, or like, you basically, remaster a Sonic game with 10 hours of Shadow, like, repainted floors, like Shadow repainted walls. This build isn't as fun as that. And now it's like the thing, everybody likes to LARP Shadow. What's I did here? Again, I think that Sega is being Sega has been a very greedy company, and there's no hiding that. They've been greedy since they were fucking making Sonic 1 and 2. They've always been a greedy-ish corporation. Granted, I'm also comparing them to fucking Nintendo. So, like... But I feel they are, like, getting, like, in over their heads. Sonic Definitive Edition is the worst, I think, business idea that Sega could have made for Sonic's 35th fucking anniversary. That's like if for Mario's fucking 50th birthday, they remade Mario fucking Mario Odyssey, and we're like, hey, all the added DLC stuff's included. I fucking hope so. It was one update. I just don't. It made me annoyed that was their 35th anniversary thing. I would prefer to see. I really was hoping for like the Dreamcast era Sonic game remaster. I wanted to see SA1, SA2 remaster, Sonic Heroes remaster. Maybe even a Shadow the Hedgehog remaster. That's my dream remaster game. Either that or Sonic Heroes. I haven't played the Shadow or Sonic Heroes. Something else about Sonic games. Now, again, like I said earlier, I'm a Nintendo kid. I grew up playing Mario and shit. I did not grow up playing Sonic. And there's a very... It's very obvious I'm very bad at Sonic games that aren't 2D. I would still even say I'm very bad at Sonic games. Because half the time I complain about level design, it's because I'm not good at Sonic games. This little thing he has here is like not fun. Yeah. It's hard. I'm not ever used to that. I'm used to going fast in Mario platforms. And to my credit, I am the best. There is, for like playing like Mario 3D World, or like Mario U Deluxe, or Mario Wonder, there is no one better than me, and the only person that can really keep up with me is F. I always compare my Sonic and Alex's Sonic. Alex, bought DLC for harder levels, and he modded in harder levels for oh my fucking god. For Sonic Unleashed. I don't know if you saw it in like the very brief couple things I did of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I was struggling with that game. Very hard. You know what? Once I get past this, I'm not doing this. This is a boring ass loadout. I'm not playing with this fuck ass loadout. I'm gonna do that, right? Spawn in. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want to fucking play that. That is boring. I'll get like 41. Oh. Please. Yeah, I believe that the Sonic team is so worried about sales and shit. Because to be fair, right, I understand that most their games were like all shit for a bunch of years. Everybody hated on them, and now like people are saying that it's a fucking goated era. I don't understand, but Gojo? No, looks like Gojo. Take that. You're dead. I feel that Sega team is playing way too safe against Sonic Definitive Edition is in my opinion, is the worst thing they could have made. A, just in general, and B, for Sonic's 35th fucking anniversary, it was very underwhelming to see that. It was very underwhelming. Right? Sorry, what to buy here? That one. Different skin time. I believe that Sonic team should start using the Archie character comics, which they're starting to do with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. They added two characters from the Sonic comics, which is a good start, but also a pretty shitty start to introduce two new characters that nobody knows if you haven't read the comics. Like it's bad to introduce them in that way. It's good they're starting to do that now, but like I feel it's kind of too soon to start. What's the word? Oh yeah, dropping new characters in a game with no story and no explanation. In the same game where you can play as fucking Pac-Man, SpongeBob, and Steve, we're getting new Sonic characters. New Sonic characters. First time ever, and they are just left to fucking rot with fucking Joker, Miku, and Minecraft Creeper, right? Not the rotting, but hey, I know that guy. What the? Hey, I want to see your skin. His name is just Gojo. Like that Gojo skin. I'm thinking of changing my Roblox name. I'll get that later. That's Sukuna. Hey, it's Sukuna. I wonder if they're gonna party together. No. Where's the rainbow sword? I want that one right now. Again, I believe that it's good they're integrating new characters from the comics where people actually like them, because the last couple times they made new Sonic characters in games, people fucking hated them. There's a character called called Infinite. Nobody liked him because he was just edgy edgelord McGee, right? Shadow wannabe. He lost to. I kid you not. His backstory is that he lost to Shadow one time, and that made him want to fucking kill Sonic, right? And then Mephiles. I don't know. I don't look at that era of Sonic games because like it kind of scares me, right? Um, say what to use? What's soulless? No. Plays Link. Maybe I'm biased. Nope, I'm definitely biased. I want some Silver games. I've loved Silver since I was a little kid. My very first Build-A-Bear, his name was Silver, right? I really want a Silver game really badly. I would buy it even if it's some like fuck. Oh no, there are there's some shit I won't buy. I was gonna say I would buy a fucking Tetris Silver game, but I'm not buying that. But something like, because the best way I can describe it is that Silver is like the Trunks. How Trunks is the Dragon Ball. He's from the future, destroyed future, coming back to try and save the past or save his future from stopping in the past. That's kind of what Silver is, right? If we cut out the fucking Vegeta dad, right? Um, what's the look like? Is it Ice Dragon? Yeah. Do I have the snow one? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Mm-mm. People like Silver. People like Silver, but again, it's that thing where Sega's too afraid to like kind of touch that continuity because of the reputation shit. Silver's first game was the worst game in this. His introduction was in the worst Sonic game ever made, and that's the reputation it has. Even among the fucking developers of the game, they're like, "Hey, that was a shit game." The president of Nintendo of Sega was asked his favorite Sonic game, and he asked if Sonic had any bad games, and he should have just said, "Oh yeah, Sonic 07, I believe." Right? Um, which one is it? Dagger? I wonder what happens if you use Dagger and Greatsword. Does it cancel it up? Cancel it out? Or no? Mm. I must try my usual thing now. Hello? Okay. Dagger. Um, okay. Dagger. Black Flash. Mhm. This is just my, poop. I poop. No, it's not. I'm just kidding, everyone. I'm sorry that was a lie. I apologize dearly. Anyways, Sega has seen that there is a market for Sonic or for Silver, but they won't touch him because of what he's from, and it's so annoying to see one of my favorite Sonic characters constantly being like pushed to the ground. Right? We had fucking Year of Shadow, no Year of Silver. Right? It's kind of just like unfair. Hmm. I would buy a Silver game. I want a Silver game bad. So what I want to do here is I want to. Nope, I did it wrong. I go for powers first. You know what? I'm getting kind of tired, so I might just do regular. Wait. I know what I can do. Where is it? Okay, I can probably do that. Stop. Yeah, people like Silver. There's a market for him. It was really cool. Again, like I said, dude from the future that generally a Hedgehog from the future, he can go super, right? He has telekinesis powers. He's so cool. Hmm. So I'm just okay. More mobs. Oh god. I'll try this. I'll try this. I'm. Wait. I know what I should do. I'll try like this on song. That's loud though. My music is loud. Do this. No reason not to have it, you know. Just running around, which shouldn't be too hard. Again, it's not like I have to do it in less than 10 dodges as I can. But I'm really just trying to just not. I just can't hit anybody. Shouldn't be too hard. What I dislike is that every game Sega makes is they're like constantly rewrite. I gotta turn this shit down. This is so fucking loud. They are constantly rewriting the backstory of Tails, it seems. For like no reason. Constantly like, oh, Tails wants to do this. No, Tails wants to do this, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Shut up!
Some games he's just Sonic's sidekick. Sometimes he's a damsel in distress. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes he's strong, sometimes he's not, right? Sometimes he's able to keep up with Sonic, sometimes he's like, oh, I made this. Let's go fucking kill Eggman, right? Other times, a lot of times, he's not like that, and that's okay. But they need to choose one, right? Making a character with all these cohesive thoughts of who he wants to be is fine, as long as you choose one so he's not being, what's the word? Fuck. So he's not being like bipolar about what he wants to be. It's really annoying. I also hate the I hate the I don't know. I don't think it's conversion. But the introduction to from Sonic Boom the show, where they made Knuckles be like an idiot, right? And that's fine. It's a silly little kid show, right? They like kind of kept it, and I don't like that because he's supposed to be like, oh, he's this smart guy, he's the last of his race. This smart guy supposed to watch over this emerald, and it made it seem like a dumb goofball, and I guess that's kind of fine, but I kind of like when he was like the stoic, like, I need to protect the Master Emerald. Bitch, you're not taking my fucking emerald. Nigga? And yes, he said nigga. Just kidding, he didn't. I also feel that Sega shouldn't be focusing on making games be open world. I do not like how open world Sonic Frontiers was. That game felt like it had too much to do. Granted, I did play the game at 30 frames per second, so it kind of was a bad and choppy experience. At the same time, like, I didn't really like it. The map was too open. Not a lot of stuff to do on some points in the map, and it felt like I was just going in circles for a while, which it definitely was. Right? But I feel that the way that Shadow Generations, I love that open world mechanic. Or not open, but like how that was. I love that. I thought that was really good. What was not good was the Sonic Forces map, because that was the game before Sonic Frontiers and before Sonato Generations, right? That game had a very. That game was basically like the second coming of Sonic 06. Except people found stuff to redeem about it. People found stuff to redeem about Sonic 06. You can't there's nothing to redeem about Sonic Forces, right? That game, genuinely, I kid you not, people have done speedruns where you only press the boost button. Because the game plays for you in most levels. For a modern Sonic only speedrun, it's mainly just people pressing and holding the B button. I think. From what I've heard, because you can't really like. There's not much potential for tricks in that game. Hmm. And I'm just walking a square. Off topic. Today before I left work today, I bought some donuts for myself to have for tomorrow for breakfast. Trying out some new ones. Very excited. Right? Powdered donuts. I love a good powdered donut. But I only like them if they're crispy. Like my favorite Timbit type donut. Oh, I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that. Probably is a powdered Paula's little donut hole Timbit thingy munchkin. Promise I'm just thinking, guys. I also think that Sonic, they shouldn't completely move on from 2D, but they should stop incorporating it in 3D games. I understand that'd be hard to do, right? And an entire 3D Sonic game of just 3D levels, that would take so much work. So, do it. The 2D sections are getting old, and to be honest, the 2D sections are always gimmicks. They're always gimmicks, and it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck. When I'm taking out of the cool 3D open world section, what the fuck happened to my? Hey, whatever. Happened last time too. I don't like how Link looks. As you can see, because the only head that didn't have the eyes that made like the eyes popping out was my old Spider-Man head that I got for free. Overall, yeah. Let's cut out the 2D shit. Let's leave 2D to 2D games. I don't expect to see 3D parts in a fucking 2D Sonic game. Why should I be seeing 2D in a 3D game? It's annoying. And whenever they throw in classic Sonic in a 3D Sonic game, in a 3D Sonic game, which they love to do, I never enjoy it. It's always a gimmick, and it isn't and hasn't been fun. It wasn't fun in Sonic Colors. Wasn't fun. It was not fun in Sonic Forces. You don't have that shit in Sonic Unleashed, I believe. There are 2D sections, but it's only for like to get to the next. It's not very long. The newer games, like half or the entire level is 2D. I just hate that. Also, they want to make more money. Make more Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. Don't sell them for $70. We're not Madden, right? We're not Madden. We're not releasing a new game every year. We're pricing it fucking $10 more each year, right? Those games are always fun, and it was a very nice collaboration between the two. And they stopped in 2020, which was sad. So I love those games. They're like my childhood favorite, not favorite. But I feel like when I was a kid, I got more competitive about that fucking game than probably Smash Bros. That's 5 minutes. That's fine. Also, when we do it's fine to make 2D Sonic games. Hey, let's stop giving him 3D Sonic moves. It doesn't make any sense. If it's supposed to be like the timeline goes, I think in order of games, and in order of games, Sonic is like young, and then he grows up and he's able to get this he learns the homing attack in SA, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Why in Sonic Superstar, which takes place before Sonic Adventure, I believe, can I get a fucking Chaos Emerald that allows me to do the homing attack? And in Sonic Forces, why can't I just do that? The homing attack is meant for like newer Sonic characters. I say that like mainly meant for newer Sonic games. Doesn't really work well for 2D because that means you can kind of just like skip shit. Also, this sound kind of like lame, maybe, or like I'm so edgy. Can we stop focusing on the Sonic games as being about like the power of friendship and shit, doing shit for friends? What happened to the fucking games where Sonic was taken to the land of like of Arabian Nights, right? Sonic's brought back to the time of fucking King Arthur. We have Sonic and Excalibur. What happened to that shit, right? Now we have Sonic and my OC, Sonic and my friend Canis, which is my Sonic OC. Please don't steal. And it's Sonic but backwards, right? No, I'm just kidding. In Sonic Forces, my Sonic OC was my squeaky stuffed animal, so I was a white polar bear. And then I made Sonic. Like my OC look and act like Sonic. I even made a Sonic.exe OC. I don't even know why I fucking made that. That shit still scares the fuck out of me at that age. Also, I believe that Sega probably finding a way now, but every couple months it feels like I'm seeing some sort of TikTok where it's like, oh, Sonic is coming to Fortnite. They're finally announcing it. Collab coming soon. And then like the only collab we've gotten is like shoes, Sonic shoes and shit. Not even Sonic's shoes. Sonic themed shoes. Sonic and Shadow themed shoes. Whatever. Right? Let's cut to the fucking chase. Give us Sonic in Fortnite. Everybody wants it. We know it's coming eventually. Just like, A, you're like, you're losing out on some money, right? And B, everyone wants it. And there are so many things you can do. You can make them tall. Yeah, it might look a little weird. It doesn't matter. You can make them the movie versions and make them tall, which would kind of make a little sense. You can use the Sonic Boom versions, which are like all those characters are like tall and shit. Like you can make it like for years I felt like, oh hey, what if we put Sonic on a robot? You want Sonic skins? Sure. We don't know how to make Sonic. We can give you Tails on a big ass robot though to make him tall enough. Like that would be fine. But enough fucking blue balling us, right? We've been waiting for this for years, right? Enough is enough. I do and don't want Sonic in Fortnite because it wouldn't make much sense. Like for so they would have to make a. I want to see what this is. Oh, I cheated. I cheated that one. Whatever. That's fine by me. I mean, I guess that's fine. I got those two badges. I kind of wanted to get it the legit way, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, it's any mode. Okay. Complete any mode with no soul mastery. That could be fun. I don't get this one. I have an idea of how to get it though. I think I just gotta start. I just gotta fucking ban everything right from the start. I've been talking about Sonic for a while. I'm gonna try and move on to something else. Give me a second. You know what? I'm gonna take a break. Just talking shit low key is kind of hard. Just spitballing for an hour straight. Let me give a little break. Right? Be back in 5 minutes. Maybe. Okay. I think that was like 13 minutes or something. I don't know. I wasn't counting. Where is want that and then want that. Where is it? Get out of me, you fucking pervert. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. So, what? Oh, fuck. Not tough. I'm tough. Okay, what are we doing? Hmm. Dry well. What is this? Mhm. Actually, I know what we have to do now, everybody. Why am I getting lost down? All right. I want to finally try and get that heal one. Um, Okay, so my main sources of damage, I guess, are probably just gonna be. Mm, yeah, I don't know. New experience for everybody today. Um, so I haven't been talking much. I'm just thinking. Hmm. Let's try it. This is gonna be so much fun. Um, I'm probably just going to end this run after I get the sand place, because that's well, once so do what I gotta do. But it'd be cool. A Miku fighting game. Any Miku game. I think low key, Sega should make Miku games. This is gonna sound weird, right? But hear me out. Let's move past the rhythm gameplay. I understand that Miku, it'd be like making a Sonic game, but instead of him running around, he's on a wheelchair and is a disabled person. But I think that'd be cool. Or, an action game that revolves around like rhythm mechanics, like her games. So, I think what game I want to play that I never finished. It was like AI the Somnium Files. I gotta play that game. I watched Johnny Awesome play that shit, and that game looks so cool. I want to play it, and it's a game I should see how much it is on PlayStation. Maybe get that. I don't know. Another game looks really. I don't like the art style of the game. Some I definitely have to get used to. I kind of know the story of the game, but it's been a long ass time, or like I kind of know it, but it's like in the same way I know like. Hello? Oh god damn it, dude. This is so difficult. This is ass. God. God. Knocking back in it. Hmm. Shit, I'm supposed to be talking. I'm sorry, I was locked in. That game looked really fun. Um. Nintendo should start focusing on making games you actually want to watch. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I think for right now, I think I'm all talked out. I'm tired, and I've been low-key talking like an hour straight. Spitballing. Probably finna dip. If you liked if you like this style of streaming, I talk about a topic, kind of just ranting. I would love to rant more, but I cannot think of what else to rant about. So yeah, to finish this round, I'm just gonna do it now. Bye everyone.